Hey guys, it's Tape the Grape, and today I'm going to make a 2-ingredient fudge. Now, of course, we got some peanut butter. Any type you want, this is just what I have, and any type of frosting, this is what I have. You can also use vanilla frosting, but I'm going to use the chocolate to make a peanut butter chocolate fudge. But if you want to use vanilla, then you can do that if you want. So I should mention, this is my first time making this recipe. Now, I got the idea of the recipe from my sister. She made a 2-ingredient fudge. Now, she didn't make it the exact same way I did. She used vanilla frosting, and she probably is going to do it, or did it a lot better than the way I'm doing it, but this is my take on it, and we'll see if it turns out anyway. Now, of course, besides the peanut butter and frosting, the other things you'll need: a pan, preferably non-stick, and then some type of cookie tray that's either non-stick or has a silicone mat in my case, where I can place it on when it's done to cool in the fridge. Now, let's add our peanut butter. Next, you add equal parts to how much peanut butter there is of frosting. Now that we have all of that in the pan, let's put it at a super low heat on the stove. Again, you're going to want a super low level of heat, or flame rather. And of course, you're going to have to watch it and stir it constantly until it's all thoroughly mixed together and melted. It's looking pretty good so far. I just got to let it melt a little more, of course, and mix it a little more. But again, it's looking pretty good so far. So I turned my heat up a little bit more. If you can see, it's kind of boiling almost now. A couple of bubbles coming up here and there. Now I'm just trying to cook off a little bit of extra moisture that may be in there that may prevent it from hardening, firming up rather, not hardening, when I cool it in the fridge. But again, if you're going to have the heat up a little more, make sure you're scraping the sides and are stirring it constantly. There we go. So it's this kind of consistency. I can scrape it all the way off the sides, pretty much. So I don't know how it's going to turn out, but we'll figure it out. So I believe it's more than done now, so I'm going to pour it on this cookie sheet carefully. Alright, so carefully pour it on your pan, because I burned my fingers, because I didn't expect it to be so hot, but it makes sense because it was boiling. But anyway, try and spread it out evenly. I mean, doesn't matter what shape it's in. Of course, I don't got straight edges, because, you know, it's kind of pulled up in this cookie pan with the silicone mat. But anyway, get it as best you can, spread it out evenly, and then put it in the fridge. But before I put it in the fridge, I think half of it, I'm going to put some marshmallows in it. Yeah, I know I said 2 ingredients, but you don't have to do this. That's why I'm only going to do half. And I'm going to try the half without it, and then I guess the half with it. But I'm going to put a few little pieces of marshmallows, stick them inside half of this. Here's half of it with marshmallows. And of course I don't want anything to fall in it, because that would be gross, so I've got some wax paper covering it. And now in the refrigerator it sits for maybe an hour, hour and a half. I'll check it in about an hour and a half. Well, it's been a little over an hour and a half. Let's peel the paper off. And there's what it looks like. Looks pretty good. Let's cut some pieces off and try it. So here, as you can see, I tried cutting it as best as I could. Of course, a lot of it's lopsided, but who cares? It's all going to end up in the same place. Well, anyways, you can see in the top right corner, my fiance already tried it. She says she likes it. So now it's time for me to try. 1 piece of the regular and 1 piece of the marshmallow. Alright, so I've got my regular piece right here, as you can probably see. Let's try it. It's a good sized chunk. It's not bad. Even though it looks super dark, it definitely tastes more like peanut butter than chocolate. I mean, it's a mixture of both, of course. But you can definitely tell the peanut butter is the prominent flavor in it. Dominant flavor, whatever you want to call it. Same. Let's try the little piece with marshmallow. The same with a little bit of a different texture, marshmallowy texture, within the rest of the fudge. Not bad, honestly. Now, I was afraid it was going to be a little bit grainy, and it is a little bit, but not a lot. Honestly, I was afraid of like big, like sand grains, you know, from like the sugar, or I mean the size of sand, not actual sand. But honestly, it's a very fine grit, but it's not even that bad. It's not like it's crunching in your teeth or anything. It's really smooth, but I actually really like it. Now for fudge, I'm gonna rate this from a scale of 1 to 10. I'm gonna rate this a 5 out of 10. It's not the worst, not the best. And again, you know my ratings mean nothing except numbers I pull out of my rear end. But anyway, this was my attempt, and my attempt at making fudge. And I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think, and maybe you can try it yourself. And if you do, let me know. But anyway, hope you enjoyed. Bye.